Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. So I've deleted a bunch of videos because I keep trying to sing this and it's going on indefinitely and I don't want to wear everybody out. But I think I kind of know what to do now, and if I can just get one verse in right now, I will feel like I've accomplished something. And then tomorrow I can come in and do the next one and so on and so forth. But I'll just make one video because it doesn't seem like a good idea to make two or three of them. It just seems like people lose energy to even watch it, and I would just rather keep it all on one thing. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm in track 1. I'm going to turn on the channel so that it's armed. I'm going first from the P220 AKG P220 large diaphragm condenser microphone to the Rane MS1B. Phantom power is engaged, and it's on like 10 o'clock as far as volume or gain. Then over here, gain is at about, I don't know, 9 o'clock? No, 10 o'clock as well-ish. Yeah. And the fader is, we're panned right down the center, mono track, everything's at 0, and unity gain, if you check it with Pan EQ, is at 100 on both the channel and the master. The effect is in mic 1, or it's just called mic. It's number 00, record. Input 1 is where I am, and if you go to edit and go to the mic pre, I've got the tone rolled down to 6 and the level rolled down to 44. I'm going to leave the de-esser where it is, just because that seems to work well. And I don't touch anything else on there, just on the settings. I've also changed the arrangement of the lyrics around the order. So I originally had it, there's a riot going on, there's a light coming on, and then the second verse was there's a quiet coming on. I'll say, the quiet closes the song. If you start with a riot, let's end with a quiet. So I put, I'm going to change it so that the last verse goes in the middle, the war that's going on, the lie of the mind. And I can worry about that in a second because I'm just going to focus on this first verse, this two phrases, two lyrical phrase verse. If I can just get one down, that'll give me the confidence to know, get the second one. I can just, even if it's one freaking verse a night, I want to get them perfect and make them sound really good and not make me later cringe when I'm listening to it, or like wish I could do it over but not want to do it over, and it's just like you're kind of haunted forever by some mistake, so I want to just avoid that at the outset. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. There's a riot going on in my head, yeah. There's a riot going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my head, yeah. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on. Whew. All right, let's see if that was worth the damn. Okay, so maybe I'll play that one back for you and let you decide if it's I could at least keep it for now. Whoa, 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 don't want to do that. That would be bad. That wouldn't be good. Okay. Oh, shoot. We're lucky that didn't make a bunch of feedback. Or I'm lucky. One. There's a riot going on in my head. There's a riot going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my head. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on. Here we go. There's a riot going on in my head, yeah. There's a riot going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on
in my head, yeah. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on. There's a riot going on in my head, yeah. There's a riot going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my head, yeah. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on. There's a riot going on in my head, yeah. There's a riot going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my head, yeah. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on.
I kind of like it. Okay, so now let's hear it with guitar.
There's a riot going on in my head, yeah. There's a riot going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my head, yeah. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on. In my head, yeah. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on.
Okay. Huh. I think I'm going to leave it. In fact, I'm going to make sure that that stays by hitting project right now, so it can't be erased. Then I'm going to hit select and just be right back to Exciter. Well, I wasn't expecting that to work. I was going to just turn the camera back off again. Thank you, friends, for being good energy for me. That is cool. It's kind of a real pleasure and privilege to make these videos and have people care. You know, it's pretty awesome. Okay, so I don't think I need that count off anymore, and I've got a little confidence now. So let's try the second verse. There's a war that's coming. There's a war that's coming on. There's a war that's going on in my head, y'all. There's a war that's going on. It's going to go on and on and on and on. There's a lie that's coming on in my mind, y'all. It's a lie that's coming on. It's going to come on, and it's going to come on, or what should I say? Come on. I already said coming on. It's going to go on. There's there's a war that's coming on in my head, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's going to go on and on and on and on. There's a lie that's coming on in my mind, y'all. Okay, that's what I'll say for this. Alright, so, I'm sitting here talking to myself. Okay, so, there's a war that's going on in my head, y'all. There's a war that's going on. It's going to go on and on and on. There's a lie that's coming on in my mind, y'all. Okay. There's a war that's coming on. Alright, so let's go to 27 where I left off. Arm the track, and I'll be hearing the chorus. You know what? I'm going to roll this back and erase all that garbage, because it's me singing like a dead, dying cow. Hold on, let me see.
There's a war that's going on in my head, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my mind, yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I goofed all that up. one last tiny drop of water. There's a war that's coming. Sorry, making terrible sounds. There's a war that's going on in my head, y'all. There's a lie that's going on in my mind, y'all. There's a war that's going on in my head, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on, on. There's a lie that's coming on in my mind, yeah. There's a lie that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on. I don't think that was any good. In fact, I'll just know it's not any good and do it again. I might be shot. This one verse might have been all I had, but that's pretty cool. I keep saying there are different things too. There's a war that's going on in my head, y'all, and then there's a lie. There's a lie that's coming. There's a lie that's going on in my mind. Let's go. I'm gonna say going because I already said coming. There's a war that's going on in my head, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on. There's a lie that's coming on in my mind, yeah. There's a lie that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on. Let me just see if that sounded any good, because maybe. Wasn't terrible, but the phrasing was a little glitchy. Gotta remember to say going and not coming. There's a war going on and a lie of the mind. Thanks to Sam Shepard. There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll make this mine. This verse can all be mined. So just keep in mind. There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on. There's a war. Just completely forgot what I was supposed to say. War and a lie. Making sure that's not the train starting its nightly departure. War and lie and mind. There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on. There's a lie that's coming on from my mind, yeah. There's a lie that's coming on. It's gonna come on, on. I decided to make it come on because it's coming on, you know? I don't know. Got closer there. Let's try it again. I like the way the lyrics are evolving. There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on. There's a lie that's coming on in my mind, yeah.
There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on.
Whew, almost lost it on those commands. Those may sound strained. I'll do it one more time, but I'm going to lead that one because I kind of like it. War and lie.
There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my mind, yeah. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on.
Okay, then we'll just pick now. That's on. Let me plug it in. I'll just hit that so it's not going to feed back.
There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my mind, yeah.
I can already tell I don't like that one. So I undid that one, which reveals the other one.
There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my mind, yeah. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on.
I like that one. Okay, let me turn the guitars back on. Oops.
There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my mind, yeah. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on.
I think it's okay, but why not just do it again? I think I can get magic if I just try again. Okay, it's war and lie. Mind.
There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my mind, yeah. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on.
I felt good doing that one. All right, let's see if that made it.
There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on and on.
I think I messed up the first line, so I'm just going to move on.
There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my mind, yeah. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on.
Whew. That one made it because I liked it. Felt right.
There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my mind, yeah. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on.
Okay, that's good. I'm going to take a break and try to just kill this last one. Hold on. Okay, so I might try it one more time, but it feels like it's gone for the night. I don't want to push it. There's no reason, but I'm going to just try for the heck of it. I might be able to get some kind of magic to pop out. But if I don't get it this time, I'm going to just shut it down for the night, come back tomorrow, finish this verse, and do that second chorus thing. And I mean the chorus and the second chorus. Yeah, those two parts. It's a challenge. Maybe a 3-dayer. Let's just see if I can get this verse, and then if not, I'm shutting it down.
There's a quiet.
Okay, it's just totally shot. I thought so. Okay, all right. So tomorrow, I'll be back and I'll get that verse. And if any of these other two verses is not good, I'll work on those. But I'm thinking I'll get that verse, work on the chorus and the second chorus. Those are challenging too because they're way up there. Thanks so much for hanging out for all this. It's it's hard to do this on camera, so I really appreciate you hanging with me. And if there's anything I can do, hopefully everybody's projects are going well. Everybody's been able to get the things they want to get captured, getting the tones they want, and get that satisfaction. It's so important. All right, next time. Okay, it is day 2. I am back, and I got up here, and there was somebody here out in the parking lot, and I didn't want to start singing, in the public space. So I'm sure I've been singing my head off in here with people outside listening like, what in the world's going on in there? But if I know they're out there, I'm not going to sing, so I had to wait, which leaves me with not a ton of time tonight. So I think I'm going to just focus on capturing this third verse, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video just on the verses. Usually it's better to do one video, with all of it in one video, but I can't risk having it be that long because last time I did that, I ran out of disk space, which was really annoying. I'm going to go over to 24 and make sure I'm at 100 because I worked on another tune last night. I am going to re-record Are You Ready? The song that's like the song of my channel, that because when I listened to I had all the songs. I was at an open house doing real estate work, and I had the computer with me. It had all my songs that I've recorded. I made like versions, just quick rough mixes, close, but I heard some distortion on them, so I have to go back and work on them. But after listening to all of them, that song is just the only one. There's another one that's kind of on the edge, but I think that one's okay. That one will survive just because it has good vibe. But this other one, it just sounds, the signal to noise ratio is so much worse than the rest of the stuff. I figured out at some point when I recorded the songs that aren't even going to be on the record, it was like 3 or 4 tunes that I wrote that it had like this one feel to them, and just after a while each song started bumming me out, so I just cut all of them. But during that time period I got better at recording. Something about it just came together. My methods sort of coalesced, and so every song after that point is so much better than the ones before. So yeah, I think it's worth it to just go ahead and knock it out. It's kind of a pain to go back and re-record stuff, and it's it's annoying, but I think I can better it because everything's better now. The vocal, that vocal drove me crazy, so it'll be cool to just make it better. All right, so I'm going to knock this out, finish the videos just on the verses, and then I'll make a choruses video perhaps, and then a harmony video. It depends on how long, because there's a lot of stuff to sing on this tune. And it's all been challenging, as you can tell, to try to get these sort of Robert Plant verses out. Okay, so I'm going to knock it out real quick. There is a quiet going on this time. There's a quiet going on and a darkness coming on. It's going to roll on and on and on, like Columbia. Roll on, Columbia. That's a great song. I highly recommend, by Woody Guthrie, Roll on, Columbia. All right, it's about the building of the Columbia Dam. I mean, the Grand, what do they call it? The Grand Coulee Dam? Yeah. Haven't read about that stuff in years. It's fascinating history, American history. All right. Okay. There's a quiet coming on in my head, y'all. It's gonna roll on and on. There's a darkness that's coming on in my head, y'all. There's a darkness coming on. It's gonna roll on and on. Okay, here we go. Let's get this done now. Now's the time. The time is now. There's a quiet coming on in my head, yeah. There's a quiet coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on. There's a darkness coming on in my head, yeah. There's a darkness coming on. It's gonna roll on and on and on and on. Okay, so that felt okay, but I didn't say roll on the first part of it. I don't know that I care about that. Let me just listen to it really quick. I think I can do it better. And I'm going to turn the bass back off. I remember now why I turned it off. It's just distracting. It sounds good when it's done, and I think it'll be good. But it's distracting. It's too much thickness or something. I don't know. Okay, so let's get that roll on, because that makes it work better. Roll on, because I say too much come on and coming on. So roll on. That's the Woody Guthrie inspiration. There's a quiet coming on in my head, yeah. There's a quiet coming on. It's gonna roll on and on and on and on. There's a darkness coming on in my head, yeah. There's a darkness coming on. It's gonna roll on and on and on and on. Is there any chance that one's any good? Felt okay. I'm kind of digging it, you know. I'm kind of digging it. All right, let me play that back for you, and then play all three verses back for you, and then call these verses at night, and call this the verse part of it done. Hopefully, you'll have to help me decide. Here we go. The roll on and on and on sounds kind of more sassy. Okay, so let's hear it isolated. There's a quiet coming on in my head, yeah. There's a quiet coming on. It's gonna roll on and on and on and on. There's a darkness coming on in my head, yeah. There's a darkness coming on. It's gonna roll on and on and on and on. I mean, that's what I sound like, you know, that's my voice. So I'm going to save that by hitting project, then back to select, then hit it exciter again by hitting enter. You know, just, it was sitting on the actual track. Okay, now let's do that with every verse. Verse 1.
There's a riot going on in my head, yeah. There's a riot going on, it's gonna go on, 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 on. There's a light that's coming on in my head, yeah. There's a light that's coming on, it's gonna come on and on and on and on. There's a war that's going on in my mind. There's a war that's going on. It's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my mind. There's a light that's coming on. It's gonna come on and on and on and on.
Last one.
There's a choir coming on in my head, yeah. There's a choir coming on, it's gonna roll on and on and on and on. There's a darkness coming on in my head, yeah. There's a darkness coming on, it's gonna roll on and on and on and on.
Okay, now let's listen with a somewhat of a mix, just to see where we are. If it's I'm not gonna worry about doing the mastering things. I don't want to mess with my settings. I want to just come in here tomorrow and start laying down the choruses. Yeah, it's too late now.
There's a riot going on in my head, yeah. There's a riot going on, it's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my head, yeah. There's a light that's coming on, it's gonna come on and on and on and on.
Second verse.
There's a war that's going on in my mind, yeah. There's a war that's going on, it's gonna go on and on and on and on. There's a light that's coming on in my mind, yeah. There's a light that's coming on, it's gonna come on and on and on and on.
Third verse. Okay, so that's the verses. I think I dig it. It's going to make more sense when you have the chorus and the second chorus. That'll only be one element of it. When it's sort of sitting like that, you're like, oh, is that the song? But that's just, you know, that's the verse. Then it comes up a notch with the chorus. And then I really like the second chorus idea, or the middle eight, the double middle eight, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But it feels like a second chorus to me, and then it does that next thing, you know, with a song where you have the normal verse chorus thing happening, maybe some kind of bridge moment. This one doesn't have the bridge thing. This is the bridge thing, the second chorus thing. But what it does is, like, you've already had the whole song presented to you, at least, you know, all the elements to a certain point, and then all of a sudden it offers like this extra chorus that's like, I don't know, and it's right before the solo break too, so I guess it is like a bridge there. It's like a bridge or a middle eight when it comes before the third verse. When it comes after the third verse, it's like an outro chorus. It's like an outro. I like doing that too. I love songs like Elvis Costello's great at that, like ending a song where it just winds down, you know, it just continues and kind of repeats a phrase. Accidental Happiness like that. Really good at that. Beatles did that too. That's probably where he got it from. Like where you end the song and you go into this like sort of out cycle. Cheap Trick does it, early Cheap Trick. It's very influential for me. Alright, so I'm going to close these videos because I don't want them to get too long. Like I said, it chewed up all my hard drive space. I need to get some backup discs and stuff. But it chewed up all my hard drive space and made it where I couldn't even make the videos, like really annoying. So I'll just avoid that. It makes it more annoying for the people at home because it's probably easier just to have one video where it's all there to see what happens and learn. But I don't know, this way at least the videos will be manageable. Then I can come in and do the chorus, the two choruses, and anything, all the harmonies. Oh, there's like all these harmonies to do too. I want to do a low harmony in the verse, a high harmony in the chorus, probably high harmonies from the chorus on, and then in the main verse like a "There's a riot going on in my head, y'all. There's a riot." Oh wait, no, it's like "There's a riot going on." It's the way I could have sang it originally, but like it'll be low, and I don't know if I'll do it right at the beginning. I don't know. It just depends on how it sounds. Could sound really cool right off the bat, and just put something in there. It might help smooth some of the raspiness of that high vocal that has every once in a while it gets into that push range where it gets a little, I don't know, just push sounding. Just fine. It's like it's a guy trying to sing high. That's what happens. All right, so hopefully everyone's doing well with their stuff, and these struggles are fun to work through, and you always learn something new. Impart to other people. That's really what's really cool. It's like learning something and being able to impart it so that it infuses somebody else with something, and then they can pass it along. So hopefully everyone is succeeding, and by succeeding I mean like you're just doing your thing. The success is like, don't ever, like I always tell people, don't make any kind of rules for what success would look like, because you don't know what that is until you get there. If like you set these really weird standards, then you're like bummed if you don't get that. Whereas when you recognize all the cool stuff that you're getting, because you're fixating on that thing you don't think you can have. So it's all just like a mind game. I say just stay productive. Don't worry about results or like what happens with the music. Just stay productive, because if you stay productive, you'll solve all the problems that would be occurring that might keep you from success. So because you might, if you're staying productive and you don't like the material you're doing, you'll start doing better material, so on and so forth. All right, so enough of my yakking. All right, so hopefully everyone's doing okay. I'm going to end it with the verses. Choruses, harmonies will be in future videos, even though it makes multiple videos. That way I don't run out of hard drive space. A quick review of what went down here. I was in, the effect was the mic 1. I went into edit mode and I brought the tone down to 6 from 10, and I think I went the level from 62 to 44 just to make it not so hot. Everything was at 100. The master was at 100. The track was at 100. Used mic pre, because this is a large diaphragm condenser mic, needs phantom power, and the phantom power on the Zoom is not too good. So I like to juice it outside of the unit. Yeah, and so that's all that was going on with the recording. Really straightforward, really easy. And I had the gain on about 9 o'clock here. Had the gain on about 10 o'clock there. I think I said all this before, but in case you're coming in at the end and wondering what was going down with the technicals, that's all it was. All right, next time.